else to read, you can guarantee that you can probably hear the 23rd number of the song. Are y'all praying with me? But I submit to you that the 23rd number of the song, as beloved as it really is in the pantheon of the church, the 23rd number of the song is probably the least believed of all of the songs. Because if the 23rd song, as well known as it is, as well beloved as it is, there really shouldn't be any doubts as to God's certain ability. Surely. But the thing that I find that's really the most interesting is the fact that the 23rd number of the song, not only is it not really believed, it's not really internalized. We don't really tend to step out the way the 23rd number song tells us that we should step out. We don't really have a lot to do with, when the 23rd number of the song, when the moment of moments hits our doorstep, and we need to be the ones to really try to not only internalize it, but walk a little while in it. And we have issues with walking. The Lord is my shepherd until I lose my job. The Lord is my shepherd until I get sick. The Lord is my shepherd until I have some change that's being strange and my money's running funny and my credit just won't get it. The Lord is my shepherd until then. Surely. So, why is that such a big deal with you, Reverend Powe? Why does it seem that surely, of all the words that is in this particular song, why surely? Well, this particular song is ascribed to being written by David.
Yes.
And David, in his reflective voice, began to look at his own circumstances, and the reason why I say circumstances, because the 23rd number of song is actually divided in two parts.
Yeah, right.
You know the shepherd's part.
Yeah.
Because that's the part we say at dinner time. The Lord is my shepherd. And we know that the 23rd number of the psalm is a shepherd psalm, and David was a shepherd boy. I can remember, and I don't know if David was recalling the circumstance where he was actually one day tending his flock, and there came a bear, and there came a lion, that David had to make sure that he killed so as not to affect the flock. I don't know if David was recounting, the time that he was out there and he was singing a song, and while he was singing his song, that he remembered that all of a sudden there came a man named Samuel that would actually come and ask for him specifically and be anointed as king of Israel, even though Saul was already king of Israel. Oh, I don't know which circumstance David was reflecting on. But see, he reflected on something he knew. Because he knows what a shepherd does. He knows that a shepherd has to have ability, because it's not just life and death for him, but it's life and death for his flock. Because his flock is just that important. Surely. Oh, I I don't know what David was thinking when he penned this 23rd number of the psalm. But I do know one thing. I do know David had a fellowship with the great I am. I do know that David had fellowship with the great shepherd. And can I part parenthetically right here and say that David's fellowship with the shepherd is not just up there. Sure. His fellowship, I ain't saying relationship. He had a fellowship. Oh yes he did. There was a two-way street here. He had not only God talking to him, but he could talk to God. That's the reason why. He could basically, that's why Samuel had something to say when it came to David, that there's a man after your own heart, that even though he's about to go through some stuff, there is still a man that you have yet to anoint, because he's a man that I need to have on the throne. And later on it will be told to him that the one whose throne shall never pass away shall come from your loins. Surely. But let's not digress. Because I need to give y'all some time back today. The issue here is the fact that David's been through a lot. Well, I don't know when. He was reflecting on when he was a shepherd tending his flock, minding his own business, and he heard about the Philistine giant named Goliath. And he was called from his shepherding duties. And then went out to the valley with his brother's armaments. And went out to deliver them to him and deliver food to him and make sure everything was all right with him. And he said, are you going to let that boy get away with all kind of stuff that he's saying to the congregation of Israel and Israel's army? How dare he say this to the chosen people of God? Surely one of y'all are going to go down there and see about what that man is trying to say. He's just a man like you are. Oh, he may be 9.5 feet tall, but he's still just a man. Surely you're not going to let him get away with that. Well, I don't know. I have no clue. Because there's no superscription. There's no prescription. There is no real contextual idea in terms of time frame that's noted in this particular psalm. But yet we know about it. And it's still important enough for folks that don't even know the Bible. They've at least heard it one time. But Christian friends, I stopped by to tell you today that circumstance does not determine your deliverance. Because your deliverance is already. How do I know? That's why I told y'all. Surely. The 23rd number song is about not what you are in. And it's not about what the condition of what you are in. It's about your assignment of what you can expect as a child of God. Sure. So, what is it then that we can learn from Surely? Well, the first thing, Christian friend, is the fact that really technically the two words, surely goodness, goes together in that 6th verse. It comes from the Hebrew word Powe. And the Hebrew word Powe actually means that something that happens that is supposed to happen for the benefit of one. That short word, Powe. is something that helps us to recognize that in spite of our sins, not because of our sins, despite who we are and despite what we've done, if we are a child of God, then here's what the expectations are. Surely goodness. Do you see that goodness is something that only God can give? What did Jesus say? When the Pharisee wanted to call Jesus good master, are you calling me good? There's none good except the Father which is in heaven. Surely. Are you saying I'm God too? Are you saying I'm able? Are you saying you believe what I said? Are you saying that I am indeed the God that I claim to be? Are you saying that surely in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among? And did you not really realize that? Do you know that that's what I said I am, and what I said I am? Heaven and earth will pass away before anything I said will be disproven. Surely. Surely goodness. Now, here's the problem. The problem is, and this is our second thing, the problem is we see goodness from one lens.
Help us.
Our own. The problem with that is, Christian friends, it's stuff good happening to you even when evil lurks.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't that what David said? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, here's what he's going to do. I will fear no evil. You know why? Surely goodness and mercy. We see ourselves through the lens of goodness being the positives of life that affects us. But what we don't realize is that what we have ever now, God made evil too. We were talking about that in the study. God made evil too, not because of the fact that we always have to basically have something else to really see to test us all the time. No, he did it because of contrast. How would you know up is down? The down's not there. How would you know that sickness is sickness if you didn't have it? To compare to wellness. How would you know that somebody that's on your track is something that means you know good and to stay away from if you didn't have friends to compare it to? Contrast, y'all. Surely. Well, that's what Paul was talking about in Romans the 8th. Can I digress a little further? Romans the 8th chapter, 28th verse. And we know. That y'all. I got some Bible scholars. And we know that all things work together for good. Surely. Goodness. So now, we have our lens is a little foggy. But let me get you some tissue so you can wipe it off a little bit. See, Paul knew what he was talking about over in 1 Corinthians 13, chapter 12, verse. He says, so now we see through a glass darkly. But then, face to face. He's known as also he is known. And guess what he's going to be known as? A child of God. And the problem is the fact that we got to take care of that lens. And to take care that lens does not cloud our vision of God's will for us. That leads me to the third thing. Well, what is God's will for us? I'm glad you asked. His will for us, Christian friends, is that we exemplify His purpose.
Yes.
So what does that mean, Reverend Powe? What's purpose? See, we get purpose confused with process. I'm going to say that one more time. We get purpose confused with process. Because process is what gift you have in pointing to your purpose. See, I can sing, so I can dance a little jig every now and then. You know, I can paint when my hand want to let me do it. But I might not necessarily be gifted. I can be talented. But my giftedness is given by God to point to my purpose. And what is my purpose? The same as your purpose. The same as your purpose. The same as your purpose. So that surely you know that your purpose is to glorify God. How do I know? That's the 6th verse of the 23rd number of Psalm. Because here's the portion of Psalm that makes David reflective of him being a host. See, I don't know if David was in his kingship while he was looking at this particular verse and really kind of pitting this. But I'm pretty sure he had some folks come by, various potentates, various prelates, all kinds of monarchs, presidential, and whatnot. But I bet you, just using a little bit of my mind that God gave me, I bet you that when he started thinking of himself as a host, he started looking at the opulence of his own palace. And he started comparing it. Here's the contrast. He started comparing it to the palace of the Lord. So he said, you know what? If I look at the palace of the Lord, I ain't got nothing to worry about. Because surely, goodness and mercy shall follow me. Some of them, a few of it, just a little bit of it, just a short fraction of it, all the days of whose life?
My life.
Oh, it gets personal, don't it? Surely, he'll follow me. Goodness and mercy that is shall follow me all the days of my life. And guess what I'm going to do? The opulence of my palace is not going to compare to the opulence of God's palace. He shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell. How many people want to dwell in the house of the Lord? How long?
Forever.
Till you die?
Forever.
Till you get ghosts? As the young folks say, forever and ever. Surely God is good. He brought me a mighty long way. Surely God is able to keep me from falling and to present me faultless before his presence with exceeding joy. To the only wise God, a Savior, generations. Surely he shook off his robe in glory. Surely he came down through a woman's matrix. He came down to the woman named Mary. Surely he was born in a manger. Surely to a woman that knew no man. Surely. And now he gave himself at the age of 30 to walk in the dusty plains of Palestine. Surely he didn't walk the dusty plains of Palestine for 3 years. Surely he walked, he talked, he healed, he stopped funerals. Surely goodness and mercy has followed me all the days of my life. He walked up the Via Dolorosa. He walked up to the hill called Calvary. They was stretching wide. They hung high. It was for me and my sins he died. Surely. He gave up the ghost. He said the debt is paid in full. Take less to buy. It was paid in full. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. He died. Didn't he die? Surely he died. But he didn't stay there. He stayed there Friday. He stayed there Saturday. He stayed there Saturday night. Because they were washed in the blood of Jesus. All who believe. Though they were yet sinners, he died for them. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I'm going to live there. I'm going to return there. I'm going to stay there. In the house of the Lord. There's just say, house of the Lord. It is so sweet to trust in Jesus. Just to take him at his sure word. I don't know about you, but there's something about that word surely. That means it can't fail. So maybe the word the next time circumstances hands us seemingly a bad hand. Maybe sure to come out your mouth. Because if you did it for David,
Glory to God.
you'll do the same.
Yes.
I don't care if you're young. Oh, when David said, I was once young. Oh, but now have old. And I've never
M.B.C.
surely goodness the righteous forsaken, nor his